Welcome to CBD and Me Parties, Mindful Monday. I'm Brenda McChesney, CEO and founder of Power of Hemp, and I'm here today to talk for a second about the importance of a mindfulness practice in integrating hemp health and wellness into your life. At Power of Hemp, the foundation of the work that we do is based in mindfulness and unlocking the barriers to our flourishing. When you tune in, when you listen, and when you respond and do something about it, we can begin to remove the barriers to what helps our body to flourish and be its most thriving self, what our mind needs to be able to flourish, what our emotions need in order to live a vivacious, a vibrant, amazing life. And when we tune into our intuition, it allows us to get at the root of some of our most deep core knowing. I should say that this practice was cultivated in my 2 years studying with the author and founder and speaker of The Way of the Happy Woman and The Year of She, Sarah Stover. I studied with her to get my own Way of the Woman Happy certification training, as well as doing her 500-hour She yoga and meditation teacher training to run women's circles and more. And in this process of working with her, I began to cultivate what she says is so fundamental to mindfulness-based practice and a way of living life with the deepest integrity and most connectedness to ourselves. And that's by taking the time to tune in. What do we mean by tune in? That means taking a moment's pause. Perhaps for you, that's right in the beginning of your yoga practice, or is doing breath work, or a full meditation. Or perhaps tuning in for you is when you're doing creative outlets like music or painting or exercising outlets. What we know is that tuning in matters. It allows us to stop, find stillness for a moment, be connected to this moment in time, to how we are in this moment in time, and allow us to have greater intention to who we want to be, how we want to be in this world. So the 4-part check-in that we pair with an integrated hemp health and wellness experience, it can be done just with a quick pause, breath, tune in, or done through a 30-minute guided meditation. So the 4-part check-in starts with checking in with your mind. So checking in with your mind and saying, what is it telling me? And what does it need from me right now? What does my mind need to fully flourish? Next, you'll take your attention into your body. Noticing your body, noticing the way that it feels, noticing what it needs from you. What is it telling you? Are there areas of your body that need attention and focus that you haven't been giving? This is the time to identify how is it feeling and what does your body need. Next, we encourage people to tune into their emotions. What are your emotions telling you right now? How are you? Are there places that you might have stuck energy, hurt, unresolved feelings? Areas that you need to address in order to be able to fully move forward as vibrantly as you wish to in this world. It's an opportunity daily to ask your emotions, what is it that they need, and then be able to respond. Lastly, we ask people and encourage them to tune into their intuition. So the intuition is that space of most deep knowing inside. It's the space that's the voice from within. It's the voice that's connected most to our highest selves, most to the divine, to the universe, to the cosmos, to God. Our intuition is that deep sense of knowing. And often our intuition is trying to speak to us, but sometimes we're not always there or available to listen. So allow this to be that moment on a daily based check-in. What is your intuition trying to tell you? From there, we encourage people to write down what comes up for them. If you're in a meditation practice, you would open your eyes and have a journal near you. But maybe this is a brief morning check-in after you've woken up and done your morning routine to say, how am I for the day? And jot down what comes up for you. What is it that you notice? What is it that you need to flourish? Now, how does this pair with hemp CBD? Well, the benefits of hemp health and wellness can go from really small to really significant. You either get significant benefits with sleep, so maybe before you were waking up multiple times a night and now you're sleeping through the night. That's one thing that you might note. The other thing that you might note are the small shifts that you begin to feel and see. But if we're not taking the time to tune in, oftentimes we can miss them. I've had a handful of people, close friends, call me after beginning to take our hemp CBD products. And they said, listen, I have to tell you, like, I started taking your CBD for sleep and it's been working fantastically. But what I didn't notice is the level of patience that it's giving me back with my husband. Our relationship's been better. I've been more calm. I've been less triggered. If we're not noticing, if we're not taking that time to tune in and pay attention in life, we miss these opportunities to grow as humans and to really evolve, to flourish across our mind, our body, our emotions, to live vibrantly, as I like to say, and without barriers, so that we live a life that we love. So what we know is that CBD can take 30 to 60 minutes to kick in, and its peak impact is around 3 to 4 hours, though it can stay in your system 7 to 9 hours. So we invite people, if possible, to notice 60 minutes after you've taken your CBD, which ideally we recommend doing right after your first 4-part check-in of the day. And take that hour time period and come back to this 4-part check-in. By tuning in and checking in with your mind, your body, your emotions, and your intuition, you have the ability to really make forward progress in changes in your life more rapidly, to manifest more quickly the life that you want, and to be really honest about what's going on with it. And when you pair that with hemp CBD, which has the power to really impact your mind with clarity, focus, concentration, lifting that brain fog, with your emotions, being more calm and steadied, less triggered, less anxiety, with your body, having less pain, more ease, more comfort, joints, aches, inflammation. These are all examples of ways that our clients have been impacted by incorporating CBD into their life. You have an opportunity to do the same. You have the opportunity to tune in and to create a holistic space for hemp health and wellness, and a space for you to identify what you need to flourish. For us at Healing Power of Hemp, that's our driving mission and our force in the world, is to help people remove the barriers to living a life that they love. And we hope that by pairing it with a mindfulness-based practice, either incorporated into your meditation practice or yoga practice or exercise or dance or art, whatever it is that really brings you to that most tuned in space, by connecting that with some breath work, and by connecting that with tuning in and listening and responding, you're setting yourself up for the best case scenario. We can't change what happened to us in the past, and we can't predict what's happening to us in the future, but we can be present and mindful with the here and now. We invite you to join us on this journey of integrating hemp health and wellness playfully in the home, be it Mindful Mondays or Wednesdays with non-alcoholic CBD beverages, edible Thursdays, cocktail CBD Fridays and live music, sweet treat Saturdays, and self-care Sundays. We have something for almost everyone who's interested in exploring fun and creative ways to integrate CBD into your life. Thanks so much. Join us on YouTube, Facebook. We'll have all of our recordings and lives streaming on those channels. Thanks so much. I invite you to join me in closing your eyes and finding yourself, whether you're seated on a chair or on a cushion on the ground or laying in your bed, to close your eyes and connect yourself to your breath. Just gently noticing the way it's flowing up and in through your nostrils, into your chest and your abdomen, and the way it feels upon your exhale. For the next few moments, we'll just tune into our breath and ground ourselves in this moment. Incorporating breathwork into your mindfulness practice is a beautiful offering. It's an offering of slowing down, and it's an offering of finding stillness, and it's an offering of connecting to your body in a way that we often don't do as we're racing about, busy in our days. Inhale for a count of 4. Exhale for a count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Now I'll invite you to turn your attention to your mind. Bring your breath as you inhale, filling your lungs, filling your abdomen, filling your lower belly, and notice your mind's thoughts. Notice and connect to what's coming through your mind, the pace of which your mind is processing. Notice what comes to your mind's eye, that thought that seems to be reoccurring throughout the day. Taking a time for mindfulness and tuning into our mind allows us to become the witness to our experience, rather than lost in the experience itself. So in this moment, with your mind being the sky and your thoughts being the clouds, ask yourself, how are you? How is your mind right now? Without judgment, without criticism or redirection, listen to what it has to say. Our mind holds all the answers if we just take the time to tune in. On the next inhale, ask your mind, what does it need right now from you? Inhale for a count of 4, and exhale for 4, 3, 2, and 1. And now turn your attention to your body. Noticing your physical body in this moment in time, the way it feels touching the ground or the surface beneath it. Notice how your body feels in this position. Notice any areas of stress or tension that might be built up. Notice what sense of aliveness it feels. What sense of energy? What sense of exhaustion? How is your body doing? What does your body need from you to flourish? What activities could you do right now to be nurturing your body? What foods and beverages can you be nurturing your body with right now? What is it asking you for? In what ways are you using your body that it needs the most? Inhale for a count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. And on your inhale, bring your attention to your emotions. Bring your attention inward. Notice how your emotions are feeling. What feelings come up for you when you tune in? Often the very first responses that come to our mind's eye are the biggest truths, even sometimes when we don't want to accept them for being reality. Without judgment, notice your emotions. What does your emotional body need? What is it trying to tell you? In what ways today can you make shifts? Small shifts that allow your emotions to feel greater ease, to be more relaxed, to pause in the stillness of this moment, neither in reflection of the past with regret, nor in anticipation of the future with worry. Breathing into right here and right now. What do your emotions need? What do they need to flourish? Inhale for 4 and exhale for 4. Now we're going to finish with turning in our attention into our intuition. Our intuition is our deepest knowing. It's our most primal knowing. It's our connection with our highest self and to the divine and the universe. Our intuition, for many, is located in the solar plexus. Our intuition has the answers that often we cannot hear. Our intuition resides in the space of our solar plexus, in the space of the core and center of who we are. And our intuition is always there with us, even if we don't hear it. But by tuning in and listening and taking a moment to understand what its message is that it's trying to send, allows us to unlock some of the biggest mysteries in what we seek in the world. So take a moment and notice any signs or messages that your intuition is trying to share with you. Remembering to inhale and exhale. On your next inhale, I invite you to open your eyes and notice how you feel after this practice. The practice itself alone can completely transform the trajectory of your day. It offers stillness and a sense of groundedness, but mostly it offers you a sense of eyes wide open, hearing what your mind, your body, your emotions, and your intuition have to say. Now, following this video, I invite you to write down what came up for you. A word or two in each mind, body, emotions, and intuition, or maybe it's one strong signal. But I also want you to notice and write down and take note where you notice areas and blockages. What did those look like? Is the pain for you today at a 6? Is your stress at an 8? Or your emotions at a 1 and you're feeling nice and calm and gentle? Once you have this written down, I invite you next to take your hemp CBD. This is best paired when taking hemp CBD internally, but it's also amazing topically because the benefits internally and topically are so complementary and different. We'll talk about the benefits in another podcast, but just notice where you're at now and give yourself about 30 to 60 minutes after you take your CBD to do the same check-in. It doesn't have to be as extensive. It doesn't have to be in a meditative state. And frankly, you could do a shortcut each day and just take a moment, quick breath work, and a check-in. The point is that you're doing it regularly, and you're pairing it with your hemp CBD intake.